Hi there, Andre here from Pete Motorcycles. I'm here at EICMA 2023, and if you can see the sea of green behind me, I'm here at the Kawasaki stand. So there's a lot of green here. I'm not entirely sure what they have that's new this year, which is terrible of me, but I'm going to have a wander around and see what I can find. I know there's a lot of sports bikes here. I also always like looking at their retro range, so I'll show you what they have. So we shall start small with the diminutive Ninja 125, which again, if you're after 125, I think that's pretty good. It's probably the perfect entry point to a lifetime of being delighted by Kawasaki's. Next to it, I have the ZX-6R that these gentlemen are currently exploring. The bike that actually I'm a bit more interested in is this ZX-4RR. So again, it's another one of these 400cc-ish. I think this one is an inline 4 sports bike, and I think these things sound like so much fun. You know, being a Kawasaki, the fit and finish on this is pretty good. Just giving you a look along the side there. It looks like just a plain black paint job, but it is sort of this metallic black with a little bit of flake in it. Just to point out a couple of things. I mean, under here they have these little hooks, which is great if you want to try and put a bag on the back and you don't want to damage your paintwork or put it anywhere else. Anyway, coming down that, you can just about see the shine on that paintwork through there. Controls look well laid out. Great to see. Has a lap timer within easy reach. It's got those show of big piston forks as well. See the fork top caps. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. I mean, I know there's quite a lot of these around. There's a lot of competition now, particularly from some of the newer brands. But I think that looks excellent. Maybe that's what the new Cove sports bike is up against. What we also have here is a 4RR, I guess a more race version. This gentleman is currently experimenting with. I'll give him a wide berth as I wander around that. And again, you know, it looks like the standard 4R we had there, but with an Akrapovic pipe and a few other bells and whistles on there. Next one up is we have a Ninja 500. This one does actually have slightly more raised bars, I think. Looks more like a sort of a sports tourer than an out-and-out super sports. But yeah, it is interesting to see. I do wonder though, you know, now they have a 125, a 300, a 400, 600, you know, to have a 500 in the middle. So, you know, they've almost got every displacement covered as we go down the line. What we have here is a sort of 80s colour scheme Ninja 650 40th anniversary. So as this year, 2024, would take us back to 1984. And yeah, I always do quite like the black and the red on Kawasaki's, all the way back to the GPZs of that era. Certainly my childhood. And yeah, very nice looking bike, especially done up like that. That front end still looks bang up to date with some styling cues taken from the H2 and others. Also celebrating the 40th anniversary, we have the ZX-10R done up in the anniversary colours in the green and blue. And yeah, that looks really nice. Again, really high spec, lovely bikes. If you're a Ninja sort of person, this is probably the pinnacle these days. Really lovely. Again, I'd love a super sports. I just don't have anywhere to ride it, especially a litre bike. And the last one of these 40th anniversary ones is the ZX-6R 40th anniversary. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And just for a very quick look, here we have a EV Ninja. So this is the E1. Looks like a Ninja. It's got a seat like a Ninja. The tank's not quite as banked. And yeah, it's an electric bike. Not a great deal to show you when it's got all this bodywork on, to be honest. So without riding one, difficult to tell, other than if you want a Ninja and you want an electric one, now there is one for you. So what we do have is a big display of race bikes, which honestly I'm not going to talk through because they're quite crowded and there's a lot of them. So I'm just going to use it simply as a way to walk down to the other end of the stand and to show you the sports tourers. So here we have the 1000 SX completely luggaged up. I think that is probably the class leader of sports tourers that's available at the moment. And here we also have the Versys 1000, which is a lot more upright, sort of a road-based, is it adventure bike? Yeah, I guess it would be their adventure bike, even though I think these are definitely more road orientated. I think for the money, there's not much else that comes close. Not exactly my cup of tea, but then again, if we all like the same thing, that would be boring. And then if you want the ultimate sports tourer, I know I said the Z1000 SX is probably the best one around, but if you want a supercharger, there is always the H2, which is just a brilliant piece of machinery, even if it is a bit, can I say it's a bit much? I mean, yeah, it looks incredible. See, it's got that forward mounted camera built in there. And yeah, just, you know, if in case there was ever any doubt, you do have that little supercharger cap in there. Here we have another Versys 1000, this time in the green, silver and black, and also the smaller Versys 650. Which again, nice looking bike. I see a fair few of them around. It does have that sort of shark nose that it's inherited from the rest of the range. One more Versys 650, this time in green. And one I just want to call out, because nobody's sitting on at the moment, is the Ninja 1000SX 40th anniversary. Again, with those GPZ reminiscent black and red colours, which I think looks pretty cool. 40 years of Ninja. Two more bikes just to show you here. They are quite crowded, so I'm just going to give you a quick walk past. And one is the Z7 Hybrid. So this is I think it's a twin cylinder 700cc petrol engine with a battery system as well. And not only can you have an HEV Z bike, you can also have the Ninja 7 Hybrid that this lady is currently riding. There she goes. Yeah, certainly quite a novel idea. It does have sort of you know, high up bars. And nice to know that you can still put E5 and E10 into an electric motorcycle. Yeah, that's an interesting looking thing, certainly. It's very much a popular category these days, and here we have the 500cc twin, the Z500 naked. Again, looks pretty good. It's becoming an increasingly crowded marketplace, but a few little touches like the red frame are quite nice on that. We are now getting close to the end, so we have the Z series of bikes, the Z125 in the green and black. Then we have the Z650 in the 40th anniversary colours. The ZH2 naked, so it's completely screenless in the black and green. The Z900, which for me is probably the pick of the bunch, which is that brilliant 4-cylinder 900cc engine. I think that looks great with the Öhlins suspension. And then a Z900 in the 40th anniversary colours. And just to finish off along here, we have the Z series, the retro bikes. Now, I think I show these pretty much every show I go to, but I do think they are beautiful. I think Kawasaki does these almost best than anyone, with a mixture of the older logos and some of the newer ones, while still not being, you know, looking like the current bikes, which look more like spaceships. So we have the Z900 RS Yellow Ball Edition with an absolutely beautiful yellow metal flake and that sort of greeny gold iridescent paint on there. Yeah, I think that really does sort of walk the line between, you know, modern, latest update technology while still looking kind of retro. The yellow and black, I think, also looks pretty amazing on a Z900 RS. And over here, I think this is new for this year at least, I don't remember seeing it before, is this red with gold and orange pinstripe Z650 RS. You know, I really do think that is a stunning looking bike if you're after sort of a retro 650. Though you never see many of them around, and yeah, I think for the price for the W800, I think you really need to want one to get one. Again, I think that looks good. I mean, there's a lot of polishing to be done on all that chrome, but if that's your sort of thing, or maybe it's something where you're reliving your youth, yeah, maybe that's for you. And last of all, on this stand here, we have the Vulcan S. You know, it is their cruiser. I've actually seen very few cruisers. This one does have forward-mounted pegs, and this one here is shown in this light sort of matte green colour. Well, it's probably less work to clean it. So there we go. That is my quick look around the Kawasaki stand here at EICMA 2023. A lot of bikes, lots of green. Nice to see the 40th anniversary versions in the black and red. So I hope that's been interesting and useful, and if it has, please check out my other content from the show. Thanks for watching.